Hello Sagittarius, I'm Ulrich, I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the Lenormand card reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of December. But before we start, I first want to wish you all happy holidays. I hope you stay all in very good health in the coming year. And of course, I wish also you have a very prosperous financial year. Coming back to the card reading, as always, we will do 4 card readings for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of December. And these are based on the natural elements in your astrological chart, or for some of you on your time of birth. These basic elements are air, earth, water, and fire. Now, the 4 objects that you always see on my table are directly connected to those elements. So you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation. However, if the object and the related video does not match your first choice, please check the other videos that are directly connected in the same session. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Anyway, the matches represent the fire element, the stone represents the earth element, the aerosol sprayer represents the air element, and the shell represents the water element. Also, I want to add, if you have questions, you can post them below the video in the comments. And of course, if I have time, I will reply to your questions. Anyway, Sagittarius, here we go for your card reading, your Lenormand card reading for December 2021. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to the Shell or the Water group for your card reading, Lenormand card reading for December 2021. As the first card here, we see the moon. The moon is the card about creativity, also honors we receive. It's about softening up, having a soft approach towards things here. Anyway, we see here also that probably we should have a creative attitude towards things. Maybe we should be more creative and less structural. Sometimes also it points that with these cards here, maybe that we need to be less distant, being more emotional in general here. This is what we are seeing here, but this points in general to creativity, also more creative on the work floor or in hobbies. The middle card here that we are seeing here, this points possibly that we are in fairly good health. Our health is important in our life. Also, possibly we have a certain structure in our life. We follow certain structures in our life, health patterns maybe for keeping ourselves healthy. It points also that probably on the, if I combine these 2 cards, on the emotional front, we have been patient so far on the relationship front, and probably we will continue this patience for a while if we are willing to do so. This is what we are seeing here, but we will clear this situation more up as we go here. As I see here, both partners are here. The man is here and the woman is here, and we have the tower in the middle. But we also have the mountain here. So if I take a quick overview over this card reading, I would say here there's a distance here between those 2 people for certain reasons. But as we go here on the reading, we will make it clear what these reasons exactly are. Here we see we're going to mirror the cards first. We're going to mirror the moon and the man first. Here we see that this man, also then in particular, we already spoke about the honors and the respect. Here we see that this man is probably erudite in his job, high placed. This is possible. He has reached a certain position in his work. It's possible also that this person, as a person himself, he attracts people that are maybe not coming so close to him, who are in relationship, keep a certain distance towards him. This is what we see here with this combination, because the moon, the mountain is distant, it's far, it's also cold. So it means here that maybe he likes to be approached, and maybe it's his way of being, which it's not necessarily bad because it's his personality, maybe, but maybe there need to be work done here, emotional work especially. Here we see here that this man approaches the things distance from a higher point of view with the tower there. He can be emotionally maybe sometimes cold, and maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe this comes out of the childhood. This is what we see here with this combination. In another way, this points, that is then the opposite. Due to this distance that he creates towards others, sometimes distance creates sensitivity. So this also points that this man could be very sensitive for things to come in the future, like he senses them. Sometimes loneliness awakes certain gifts in ourselves. So this is possibly what we can see here with this combination. There's a strong emotion here, and at the same time, there's a distance here. I would almost say it's like somebody who withdraws for a while, like in a retreat area, like for instance, let's say like for meditation, and this person reaches a different state of level, but towards people, it can sometimes create a distant sphere. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, this is a quiet person, a restful person. Also, this person in general, sometimes here, it's like they become aware of something. They have a kind of awareness in them. Their mind is also very, because the moon is the mind, is very active in the night. Here we see also that this man feels things coming. As I said, the moon feels things coming on the long run, on the long distance. He feels things coming, maybe things that are in the future, maybe related to his profession, maybe related to people in general. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that the company that surrounds him, literally the company of people that is around him in profession or in his way of being, is more man. He has more man around him here with this combination. Then we're gonna mirror the bottom cards, the woman and the coffin. Here, so this is the other person. Then here we see the woman, the female of the reading here. This person is in a kind of transformation. The coffin is ruled by Pluto. And here we see that transformations are up this person, and this person is about to change, and these changes are irreversible. She's in a certain phase of her life that brings irreversible changes. If Pluto comes in our life, there are slow changes, and these changes are irreversible. So it's like the persona literally can change. It's like if we didn't see this person for a very long time, we don't recognize this person. We will physically, of course, recognize them. But if we start to talk to this person, it's like there's somebody else there. This is what we are seeing here. Or these changes have come because some situations in their life appeared and it changed their personality. Also, this point to a person who has clear points of view. They can sometimes see things in the future. They can feel things come here for themselves. But this here also, it points to a time of standstill. This is not really a moving combination. This is a time of silence, quiet. We think also that this is a very psychological period. We are undergoing serious transformations here in our, especially with the lily there, in our path of life, in our being. Here there is a transformation going on in the way we are, the way we live, the way our life goes. This is what we are seeing here. Also, in that period, it's possible that we are not so very happy. We are more serious. We are more in a psychological state of mind. Sometimes we investigate what is going on in our mind here. And here we can see probably this is part of our path or of our life. It is meant to be this combination here. Here we see that certain things in our life that were in our path of life, or a certain path of life that we have been following so far, is changing. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that certain dreams, hopes that we see them in a different point of view, or we change them. This is what we are seeing. This is like the phoenix who's rising out of the ashes, like you see in for instance, the phoenix is the bird that burns and he comes back alive, as you saw in the movies before. Sometimes with wizards here, that you see the bird is changing and he reappears in a different form. This is what we are seeing here. Then we're gonna go in the horizontal lines. Here we start with the moon and the mountain. Here we see that the man in itself here, because both persons are here, it's like the man here, he get an invitation here for crossing borders and going in abroad. If this is a couple, I want to immediately mention here, there's a certain distance between these people. Both of these people, I would think, are well educated in their field, or they have a good degree, a stable degree. If they don't have a degree, they have a higher position at their work field. Wherever they are, whatever the field they're in, they already have a certain position established in their work. It doesn't matter if it's in the factory, if it's in a university. Here we see a person that has already, both of them have already improved in their life and are already in a higher position, or are about to come in a higher position. Anyway, coming back here to the first two cards here, we see the invitation for going in abroad. This man also himself, he's undergoing some changes. The moon is a cycle and he changes us. So here the emotions are changing of this person. Sometimes the moon is the mask, the persona. So here also the person, the man is changing. He's about to change. The persona is also, so these people, these both are changing, and that is probably here why there is an issue here between. Anyway, there's a lifestyle change here. Also, if this man travels, it will change him more. He will see things in a different point of view. He will see that there is more maybe than the restricted world where he lived so far. Maybe that's why the invitation comes exactly on this time, and he need to undergo these changes. Maybe certain, his work, I would say his work or his creativity, it's like it's temporarily blocked, because the mountain, it blocks things. It puts things on a hold. And maybe there is an invitation abroad, and in the local area where he's normally working or where he's normally creative, the activity is very minimal. And here now this invitation comes, and he would go into it because the work offers are low at the moment. Here we see also this, if this is, for instance, an artist, if this person is an artistic type, he would be doing something with stones. He create like a sculpture. This is what we see here with this combination. But for temporary here, the things are blocked, and probably this invitation comes in time here, and he sees here, this person, that there is no going around the issues anymore. There are a kind of difficult emotions. There's a difficult emotional time here. We need to, the mountain sometimes tells us we need to get acquainted with these feelings. We need to establish these feelings here that we have them, and we need to give them a certain place in our life. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also that this is, if this is a very structural person, may more unflexible type. I just make an explanation here. There are all kinds of people in this group, but if this person would be less flexible, this could be a very difficult time. This person would be unable to sleep here. This is what we are seeing here, because his mind is so restless here. Also, the challenges are literally in his mind. It's weighing on. The mountain is a heavy card, and it weighs on us. And also here with the moon, it makes us a little bit moody. The moon is a moody card here, but a very creative card also. And this silence also, this could be like a silence, and it's like nothing is happening. But with the coffin, and we go for both partners here now, with the coffin here, uh, things seem to come in a standstill, but actually we are feeling, or we are thinking here, especially feeling, that nothing is happening. But with the coffin, things are happening. But these things are happening inside of us. It's like there's a psychological change here in these people that is needed to happen. Like the old need to move away for creating something new. This is what we see here. Then we come on the mountain and the man in itself. Here we see that this person, he might be a foreigner himself, and maybe before he immigrated and he come to a country, and now maybe sometimes because the moon returns, and maybe now he returns to his country or where he comes from, to his country of origin, or he goes to a place where he has been before in abroad. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points that there is a certain isolation around him. He keeps away from, he also blocks himself. Sometimes also this could point to a little bit of indifference here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there are certain challenges, certain things that are hindering him here. Also, he stays quiet. Because he has difficult emotions, it's possible that he keeps distant towards others. We saw this from the very beginning here. Also, it's possible that this person is very resistant to those changes. If this is a very structural person from nature, he will resist these changes. But the problem is with Pluto, we cannot, because Pluto is a higher force. Here, the resistance here that we are seeing here is Saturnal. And Saturn is the last earthly border, but Pluto is above that. So it means even if we try to stop these changes, the more we try to stop them, the more we change. So it's like a change that is above us here that we cannot really hold here. Anyway, due to this period of silence, this person will get insights. Both of them will get different insights here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible here also there is weight loss or gain loss here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But this person is very strong-headed, very footholded here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, this person has difficulties for the moment for showing any form of emotions. But this combination also points to mastery in a certain field of our life. For instance, on the job front or on the creative front, this could point to mastership. We can be in a transformative period for going really into the masterhood of the profession that we are in. Anyway, here, if we don't know anymore what to do, sometimes this points that we should listen to people around us. The moon is the people, but probably this will be very difficult for the person to do so, and it will only go in a matter of time. This is a time period that is going on here, and it will go all slowly, especially if the person is older or more matured already. This is a slow change here. This is what we are doing, but this combination points to mastery. Then we have the stars, the tower and the bear. The stars and the tower here, this points that even though we have difficulties in our life, there are some blessings also where we can count on. Here we see that in another part of our life, even things go difficult. Here we see that there's things are going in our way. Probably we held a certain structure for a very long time. We are in a more independent position. Probably we have a lot of structural independence. We have a lot of independence when we cross borders, because the bear is big. The bear has a big influence. So here we see here that on the structural front here, there are positive things about to happen. In another way, this can point literally to a person in a high position, or is about to come in a high position. If this person is older, he will already be in an older position, in a higher position. If this person is younger, this person is on its way for a higher position. But here, this combination says that we need to have faith in the things that are coming, that we need to have faith in the management that is to be put upon us. But here, actually, the bear is the manager, and Tower is the high management. This is like the CEO. So here, this person is evolving. The person is evolving. Maybe both of them are evolving to higher positions. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, this points also that we are about to achieve high goals in our life. We have very high ambitions. If there are some issues with authorities, this will be smoothed out, because this is the card of yes. So it means if we have some issue with an authority in abroad for crossing borders, this will be worked out. Because of our position, everything will work out, or somebody will take care of us, that this is smoothed out, because you have both here, the manager and the top management. Here we see that these problems are worked out. If you going into abroad here, sometimes, as I said earlier, there's silence here and retreatment. Here we see directly that there could be some meditation here, that we withdraw meditation, we aspire to a form of excellence, maybe on the spiritual front, not necessarily on the religious front, but more on the spiritual front here. It's possible also that we have dreams, aspirations for expanding our company, maybe in abroad, or that we want to expand our business in abroad. We have very high aspirations for that. Maybe we need certain managers for that, for our business in abroad. This is what we are seeing here. If we are not yet in a leading position here, this points that we certainly will get in one in the future. This is what we are seeing here. But as we know, top positions bring loneliness. We are alone. It's cold in the top here. This is what we are seeing here. So here, this position also comes with a form of loneliness. But I'm thinking here, this is what this person wants. This top position is important for him or her here. Then we have the Tower and the Bear on itself. The Tower and the Bear here, here we see that this person is probably an expert, or he has the abilities to become an expert. We always see the expertise field coming back here. If this is not on the spiritual field, he has the abilities, it's on the structural field. This could be an expert for letting certain things cross borders, or he himself could literally cross the borders. If I see this on the spiritual front, this is like a shaman. He could literally cross the borders of the earth, the earthly borders. If this is on the earthly field, this could literally be a person who is able to change the borders of business and bring business in another country. This is what we are seeing here. This is moving forward here. Whatever this area is, this person is able to move things ahead. There is experience here, there is seasoning here. This is what we are seeing here. Probably also this person, he surrounds himself with the right managers, the right people for reaching this position. It's like the right position. This person has a sense for the people around him, for moving this position forward in abroad, or whatever field he is in. It doesn't matter if this is the spiritual field, if this is the business field. This person has the abilities for sensing the people who can help him achieve his or her goals. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes the Tower also, as I said, it creates a distance from others. It creates a distant point of view. The Tower is high up, so he looks at people and he looks at the overview, and his point of view are not necessarily the point of view of the people around him, but he makes it a common goal so both can improve. This is what we are seeing here. This points to top management here, top of the food chain. Anyway, this we see also here an authority figure. It on the body field, the bear sometimes also represents gyms. So it's possible here this person eats very healthy. He has a strict regimen for food. Here, this is what we are seeing here. There's a certain lifestyle group here, or lifestyle grouping that we are seeing here with this combination. If this person joins certain communities, spiritual, maybe like yoga, this person can reach very high levels here. This is what we are seeing here. If this is on the spiritual or the business front, both work here for this combination. Then we go, this points actually to a chairman, somebody he's in a high chair in the upper layers, or actually the big guy in charge here. Then we have the woman and the lily. The woman and the lily here. Then we go specifically on the woman. This is general. So both these people have these abilities. So in that way, they are very similar. They are very similar. They have similar abilities here. Here, this is what we see. Then we have the woman and the lily here. Here we see that this is a mature, a very matured person, a very experienced person here. What we are seeing here, possibly here, this couple is already older. If they are not older, they are like old souls, or they have a lot of experience. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Here we see on the professional field, or also here this woman has a lot of experience. She's matured. She knows what she's doing. She knows where she's going. She could be a grandmother already. But on the sexual field, here I would say this woman has still some activities. There is activity here, sexual activity here with this woman. But I would say here on her sexual life, there's a transformation going on. Something is going on and something is transforming her also in her sexual life. Maybe there is a distance between these two persons, and because of the distance, she gets a different point of view, an overview, and she sees that there need to be some changes on the sexual front. I don't see an actual separation here or arguments, but here it's like there's a professional distance between those two people. I don't see any separation here. I mean official separation, although the tower is legal. I don't see actually here that the separation, there is no sit here, but here there is a distance between the two persons. Maybe that's the next step. So here we see that the transformation here is going on, and maybe the separation here, but physically, I would say these people are already separated. They are no longer together, or they are about to move out of each other. But probably they can, because financially they have already a certain position. So financially this would be possible here already with this combination. Here we see that the person probably hold back for a long time. The woman has been holding back. She's holding up this situation for a long time. And when she actually want to take the next step, it's possible. But it's like here we see a person that is holding back. This is what we see here with this combination. But if she takes the step, it will be like that here. This could also point here that this woman, she enjoys all the things of life, like good foods, good drinks. She likes to eat well, drink well, take care of herself here. This is what we are seeing here. This could also be, the lily sometimes points to creativity. So both people here have a lot of creativity. We see this here coming back here. This is a person who likes the arts, who likes music, who likes food, who likes the high society, the best of things. Both of these people have similar things here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, she herself, she likes to work in calmness. So in that way, both have similar things. Also, she likes to work in a calm environment, in a very restful environment. So both have this same things here in their personality here with this combination. We see also here that Also, sometimes we see with this combination that we need to recognize our own abilities, and we need to recognize each other's abilities. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, in another way, we see here that this person is very also sensual, but the sensuality, as I said here, is a little bit in transformation here. It could like be for a while on hold. This is like for a period, we are reflecting, where are we going with our sensuality? Where are we going with our sexuality? Maybe there's a transformation. If this would be an artist, I would say he's transforming in the next phase. Like some artists, for instance, have phases in their life. They go from the yellow phase in the orange phase, from the orange phase in the red phase. So here this person is, it's like the tastes are changing. Here, this is what we see here with this combination. So both of these people are about to change. This is what we are seeing here. But there's a lot of creativity going on, but there could be like the taste of music is changing, the taste of art is changing, the taste of food is changing, the taste of people is changing. Literally here, we see that the personality is changing. And because this is happening, there could be a temporary chastising, like a temporary hold back here, frigidity here, but this is temporary here, what we are seeing here. But it will take a while before we get out of there. Then we have the lily and the coffin here. This could be, this points to a period of silence, transformation. Things are changing here in our life. We see this here again. Probably we feel that we are about to change, because this is these are serious changes that we are undergoing there. We are undergoing here as a person. We could also have less physical pleasures. As I said here, it's like everything is changing. Here it's like our life energy, for giving an example, is transferred in different channels. This is what we see here with this combination. Here also, if we had certain passions before, these passions could change. If we have creative forces, it's like they are on hold. But don't be fooled with the coffin. Sometimes with the coffin, as I said, it seems nothing has happened, but a lot is going on here. This is like sometimes the coffin, it covers things. It is covered. It's closed. It's like a box. But inside the box, a lot is going on. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Afterwards, when the box goes open again, we could see appear a total new personality. Then we have the moon, the stars, and the woman. The moon and the stars here on the front, in connection with other people. It could be that we are quite popular in a local area. Sometimes this combination points literally to a celebrity, a person who is very famous in the whole society. If not, this could be in your local field, that you are really recognized, that you are celebrated, that people recognize you. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You could be on local TV, you could be on local media, you could be on national media. This all points how far you are in your life. This is what we see here. We see somebody here who can be a celebrity in their local field, or even worldwide. It depends all on what stage you are in your life. Anyway, there's a lot of strength here with this combination. There's a lot of creativity here. We're receiving honors. We could also, even though we are in a difficult period here, we see that we could still be a guide for other people. We know how to guide others' emotions. It could be also that we have a lot of psychological insights in others, because the coffin and the moon, the coffin and the moon, are both psychological cards. The moon is the card, and is the card of the psychology, and the coffin is the depth of it. So here we see that this could be a guide for other person. It's like this person senses others and knows how to guide them. Sometimes Sagittarius can be a guide. A lot of them are like spiritual leaders. people follow Sagittarius. Sometimes he's literally a preacher, but that can be in many fields. Like, for instance, the salesman is also a preacher, but he preaches his product. Here we see this combination. So people follow. So we saw the management here already. So here we see that this person preaches something and the other follows, but there are many forms of preaching here that we are seeing here. You need to make out for yourself in what form that you are. Anyway, here we see also that we trust our feelings, we trust our intuitions. Others also trust this intuition and these feelings. Here we find more depth and we find more meaning in life, and we will find more with the coffin here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Sometimes also here with this combination, especially with the coffin, there could be a temporary less of hope, but it's not necessarily that we let this show to other persons. This is what we see here. Then we have the stars and the woman. We see here that this person is very, the woman especially, is very supportive towards others. She gives others hope, inspiration also, what we are seeing here. Sometimes this can point also to astrologers, card readers, people who literally make cards of the stars, astronomers, things like that, people who work for companies who make maps literally online or physical maps. This is what we are seeing here. This is also, this could be a medium. This person could be a medium that we are seeing here. This person could have like very strong senses with the other side, especially with the coffin there. So this is what we are seeing here with this combination. There's a lot of how do we say, a lot of imagination here going on in the mind. This is where this person can really tap into the other side, in the dark side, and also in the side of the reality. Here, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, then we have the mountain, the mountain and the tower. The mountain and the tower here, this points to our past. So it probably means here that our past has a very big influence on our career. Maybe our father or one of our parents, and in most cases this is the case here, we see that this person had a very big influence, one of the parents, on the career, on the life path. This sometimes also points that we are facing, both of them are facing certain obstacles in their life. We saw this here already. There's a challenge here of being alone here, I would say here. Maybe certain things, maybe these people, I didn't see it that way, but maybe these people, they want to separate, but it's not possible for now. Maybe there are legal difficulties, and this couple cannot separate due to certain legal difficulties, or they don't want to. They don't want to because it has certain consequences. And maybe these consequences are directly connected to their career. And maybe that's why they put the situation on hold. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, there's a lot of loneliness here that we are bearing here with this combination. Sometimes also this points to regression. Regression, the moon also, it brings us back to our childhood. The moon is a cycle, and sometimes the depths that we have in our mind are very deep, especially with the coffin. We go back very deep, and we could be confronted with some things out of our childhood. And the tower also has a way of looking back. And here we see that there are some things going on here, and they had a very big influence here on the past and to our future, to our career. This is what we are seeing here, but also we see emotional silence here. Maybe both persons here, sometimes that happens also in the relationship. Both people say, no, we don't want to separate. And the reason here could be many, but I'm thinking here it has to do with the path of life, with the career, with their ambitions. So that is what I'm thinking here. These people, I would not say here that they are easy to defeat. This kind of person he comes, no matter how hard, he comes out on top, no matter how high the challenge. There's a very big strength. The bear is a very strong animal. He has a lot of force. The bear is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the energy. It's the brute force. And if you combine that with the tower, with the structure, you get a structural holding. This is holding on to structure. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the tower and the lily on itself. This is like an important period, a longer period in our life that we are experiencing. Mostly, this is a positive period, even though we have difficulties. This is a positive period because we are about to change here. This is what we are seeing here. We are growing up. It doesn't mean we were immature before, but here we are growing in the next phase. Here, this is what we are seeing with this combination. We probably need to release some things because the coffin is releasing things we don't longer need. The coffin erases things that are no longer necessary in our life. We need to let go of that, and this is what we are seeing here. In general, also this points to mature persons. I see the same combination here again, but this points actually when this whole transformation is after us, we will have changed and we will go in a different kind of position. As I said, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes Sagittarius is in a kind of moral, spiritual, or religious authority. So here we see here, this could be a person that executes this moral authority in abroad or is about to do so. Maybe this person stayed local for now, but due to some reason, he cannot find, sometimes Sagittarius is the searcher. And here we see that we can search, and maybe the path that these persons searched so far, it has come to an end. And sometimes if Sagittarius can no longer find the purpose locally, he moves. He moves and he sees or he thinks or he feels that the destiny is actually in abroad and he tries to find it there. So then we see like missionaries and things like that, people who move in abroad for spiritual, religious reasons. This is what we are seeing here, and this person could really be an authority in this area. On another front, on the structural front, on the just front here, this could be a person here that is in authority in abroad. This could be a lawyer that is going abroad who has to do with the law in abroad. Embassies, diplomacy, this is what we see here with this combination here also, what we are seeing here with this combination. Here we see that if we want to, we can really reach the top here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But sometimes it requires a transformation in our life. Anyway, here we see that this person, if there will be difficulties in abroad, he will need to follow certain rules, and he will follow these rules also for coming in a certain position where he's want to be. This points also to a charitable position here that we are coming in here. Sometimes also this points to an end of a love affair. Also, this is what we see here, but I don't see any third persons here, but sometimes this points to an end of a certain love affair that we are seeing here. Anyway, also these persons will shut themselves from intimacy. They don't want to be intimate for now. Maybe there's a strong focus here on the career here with this person. I think these people have been since a very long time in authority or in a position of authority. Here, this is what we are seeing here. It's like a natural leader here. They are pride in leading. They have experience also in leading others here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Also, these people, they will not cross certain moral boundaries. They will stick to their moral boundaries here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This can literally point, sometimes it can connect. I didn't mention it yet, but sometimes here it's obvious with the tower. It can literally be connected to a high position in in the church, in Catholicism, in whatever religion, as a Muslim, you have a high position as a Muslim, you have a high position in whatever religion that you are, this could point, and also you have a lot of responsibility. It doesn't mean that sometimes you cannot have hard time, because everything that I said here applies here. But here also we see sometimes this could literally point to courthouses, to high-placed organizations, to since this is abroad, this is diplomacy, embassies, consulates here. This is what we see here. So both can go here with these positions. Then we have the man, the bear, and the coffin. The man in the bear here, as I said here, this man is in authority. We already see this here. He has independence, he has authority, he's the manager for some people. He protects also the people around him, because the bear is protecting. So here we see here, if this person would be in abroad, he's quite traditional. Maybe some of his staff or the people come with him. If not, if there is new staff, but I don't see any new things here. I just see transformations. But here we see that this person, he protects the people around us. He's really like a father figure for the people around him. If this person would be a father, he also would be a good father. He would really protecting his flock. This is what we are seeing here with this spirit. He will provide for them here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. And also we see here, the bear can be quite bossy. So here we can also see that this person is quite bossy here in his field of work, and maybe this is necessary. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Then we have the bear and the coffin on itself. There are certain obstacles now that we are facing. We see this here again. There are delays in our life here. Because of all these changes that we are undergoing, and we need to leave our fixed post, our post of high up, but not necessarily we lose temporary strength, but it doesn't mean we lose all our authority. Here we see there is a change here. It's a temporary hold on our growth in life. This is temporary here. There is like a deflation here, what we are seeing here. And for now, the situation could look fruitless, but as I said, with the coffin, it's only looking like that. It's just a temporary period of grief we are undergoing. Maybe that this is connected to our childhood long time ago, and we are undergoing some psychological changes here, and it's like we are temporarily on a hold. We are temporarily losing our energy because of forces that are upon us from the past. Here, this is what we are seeing here. Anyway, here we see literally that some things are forcing us to bring them to an end. We have no choice here with this combination. There could be a loss of power, a loss of energy, temporary here. There's also a grieving period. In another way, I didn't mention that, but I'm going to mention it also. If your parents are older and your father figure or your mother figure, it's possibly, we have the barrier, it's the mother figure, that she was very important in your life before, and you need to let go of her. This is possible also, and this could be the trigger, not the real reason, but the trigger for the sadness. Here, for the temporary setback, it could be a very big influence ongoing. Sometimes if we have a loss, we know that for some people it has a very big influence on them. So this grief could you have firmly in its grip here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we go in the cross. We have the moon, the tower, and the coffin. The moon and the tower here, we see here again. I just see if I can add something. We see the waiting period here again. This is all this whole thing. The coffin is a slow card. The tower is a slow card. The mountain is a slow card. This is a slow reading. If you are at the end of this, you will recognize it. If this is the beginning of you, this is a long period. This could be a reading that works out for you for a longer period. Because grief, it don't come in 1 month. So this month is a monthly reading, but this could take you a longer time, because grieving, it don't go away like this. So this is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it could take, this is a patient reading that we are seeing here. Anyway, you will overcome this all with time, because here we have Saturn and he's the Lord of time. We cannot rush Saturn. He's the master of time and we cannot rush him. He lets you go when it's the time. That's how it is with the master of time. The ruler of time says to you when it's time to go. So here this will take period, and then we have combined this with Pluto. So, and Pluto is already over time and he overrules Saturn. So you get the point here. This is a sloping. Anyway, we can overcome this with patience, and we will come out stronger. We will come out stronger, but it will take time. We will have a very transforming experience in our life that is very important, and also who has a very big influence on us as a person and on our career. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. And as I said here, we see here sometimes this could point to a cemetery here. What we are seeing here, this combination, the tower and the coffin, sometimes it points to a cemetery or a place of burial. Here, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. And it causes, if we are already, maybe this is the reason of our loneliness or the trigger for our loneliness, this is what we are seeing here. Certain things will change, of course, drastically in our life. Then we have the man, the tower, and the woman. Here we see literally that the tower is between those two people. So here we see that both people have a certain authority in our life, probably both in a different field of their life. But there is a certain authority here that blocks them here for coming together. Some things have changed in their life. They probably have both changed, but there is nothing sudden here. There is nothing sudden here. Everything is very slow. So this is what we are seeing here. Anyway, these people also, both of them are experts in their field of work. They could both be a little bit distant. They both have ambition, a lot of ambition. Probably they are both in top of their life here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. They could be quite strict here. They're both independent in their position. They're both leading. They have both a sense of authority here. Even the woman, I'm just giving an example here. It's possible that the man is in a typical male world, but the woman herself also, she's part of the male world, and she's fairly high placed in that whole world. She could be the exception that confirms the rules. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. There is a strong authority here with this person. Anyway, it points also that both of them probably will reach an old age. This is what we are seeing here, because the tower is an old age card. Even though we get some health issues due to we get older, we can get rheumatism, for instance. But with rheumatism, there is not a problem to live with it. We have the pain with it, but we can continue. So this points here to this combination. The tower, sometimes it points to rheumatism. Anyway, for Sagittarius, for the shell or the water group, this is all. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this Lenormand card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit your role, check the other 3 card readings that are connected here. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time. You can also check the short philosophical financial readings that we do for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you for now, and bye-bye. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to the aerosol or the air group for your Lenormand card reading for the month of December 2021. As the first card here, we see the key. The key is a very positive card. It's the solutions. The key opens all the locks that we have. If we have certain wishes, the key will bring the answer. So no matter in what area we are, because this is a very positive reading that we are seeing here, there are very few negative cards here. There's only one actually, but I think this is the mountain, but I think this is going to have a positive effect even on the rest of the cards. Anyway, coming back here to the first card here, to the key, here we see that if we, for instance, this combination, if for instance, if we have intention for opening somebody's heart, this is the key to somebody's heart. It's also possible that somebody has the key to your heart. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, wishes that we have regarding that are answered positively. Also, if we have a good relationship with a lover, we should use this lover in a smart way. We should use our love in a positive way, in a smart way, for helping the both of us. This is what we are seeing here. We should use our smarts to good use, and especially you have the all over positive card of the deck here. This will be very beneficial for you as a couple if you have a relationship. Anyway, if you have certain goals that you want to reach in your life with the key is in your hand. So the only thing you need to do is put the key in the lock and turn. Here with the heart of the central card here, the heart means that we have a heart for society, a heart for the people around us. We are a heartful person. We are appreciate with others. Probably also we are charitable. We share. Sometimes Sagittarius can be very charitable. He shares what he knows, especially that sharing knowledge here is specifically for Sagittarius. Often Sagittarius is a guide for others, a teacher for others. This is what we are seeing here with this combination here. And here the heart is really on the matter here, what we are seeing here. Here there are no heartaches, there are positive things here regarding our heart. So if we have a lover, we should maybe hold on to this lover. If we have no lover, our love life is probably about to change. Then we go in the horizontal lines, but we first gonna mirror those two cards here. We're gonna mirror the corners. The key and the mountain, it points here that the key is sometimes the cards of difficulties, but it's also the card slowly connected to Sagittarius, to abroad, or to the internet. So here we see if we literally have the key for going to a foreign location, the key to abroad, we could literally anchor in abroad. Here this, but we will come and do this card later, but it's there also. Anyway, here if we have need to overcome certain obstacles for going in abroad, we can. This is a very good combination for solving a solution here or finding a solution here for going abroad. If there is certain problems for going in abroad, you actually can solve the problem. You know what is the solution. You just need to apply it. There could be some delays and things could go a little bit slow for going abroad, but actually you're the one holding the key here. Anyway, if you have certain blocks, you will overcome them. Sometimes this points to a fated delay. It's not yet the time to go. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. Anyway, you will break through this obstacle here. Sometimes also this could point, if you go to abroad, there is a spiritual retreat. As we know, Sagittarius is very close connected to the spiritual and the religious here. This could point to a spiritual or a religious retreat for a while. The mountain is high, it's alone, it's quiet. So here we see like a quietness in abroad, that we have maybe retreat us for a certain reason in abroad. But this is of course a positive thing, what I'm saying here. Anyway, if there are certain difficulties before in our life, maybe that's why we want to retreat. Maybe we had a loss in the past and we need to be quiet for ourselves here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. If you have certain griefs, you will overcome these griefs. we probably also, the key makes us think. If there are certain problems in our life, we need to think them over, if this is the right step to make. Here we cannot be impulsive here with this combination. We need to think first. Here we could get offered solutions from people in abroad, but these people that give us this solution could be quite structural, in a little bit rigid. It's possible if we have a certain problem in abroad because we want to go there, that the person who offers us this solution, he has a certain rigidity here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Or maybe you yourself have a certain rigidity. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there's a discovering here. You will know what the solution is for this problem. If you cannot go directly solve the problem, sometimes we need to go around the problem. So this is also a possibility. But with the anchor, here, the solutions in general come slower. These are two slow cards here, what we are seeing here. Anyway, what we see more here. Here we see also that we need to pay attention to all the problems so they don't catch up with us later. We need to be thorough here with this combination if there is a problem that we need to solve. Here this points also to a person here. If you will take this step to abroad, you will feel liberated. Here we see the key unlocks the chain. So here we see that if we take this step for going to abroad, maybe we waited for that for a long time, and Sagittarius is the traveler of the belt, you will feel a certain freedom that you didn't experience before. It's possible when you come there at first, you are alone, but this is temporary. Here with this combination here, you will come out stronger out of this situation. This is what we are seeing here. If we are looking for certain successes in abroad and a fixed foothold here, this is what we're gonna get here, because we have the key literally in our hand here. Here we also see that we keep our communication channels open to others. If you are single in the relationship, we have the heart in the middle also for that. There will come a solution. As you go on your way, a lover will ride literally into your life. If we are not searching, sometimes they literally come to our house if we are not searching. This is here with this combination, we see this. If we long for a certain relationship, anyway, we move slowly forward towards our love, towards our destiny. This is what we are seeing here. We open up for certain solution. Afterwards, also literally the silence will break away. We literally will go on the move. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also with this combination is that we are refusing to open the lock. So here, sometimes this points to a person who holds the key in their hand, and you give the key to them and you say, you can go now, and the person stays put. This is also this combination. So here we need to see that we work this problem out. If this is the case here, if we have the key in our hand, maybe we need to unlock it here. But anyway, we'll learn a lot from this situation. If this is a temporary blocking, and if you are able to unlock after a long time, it's possible also that you want to travel already for a long time, and due to circumstances, we have now the viruses around us, there are certain blockages for certain countries, maybe where you want to go, and maybe these borders are about to open now. So this could point to that also, that we actually hold the key, but that forces above us are holding us back. But here we see that that we are getting a solution soon, that because this points literally to a foothold abroad. So there's a positive evolution here coming here. You probably accepted this problem also, if that is the angle here, because there are different angles here with this mountain. Here, this points that we will find an exit and overcome the problems. Then we go in the bottom corner cards here, we see the tree and the clovers. The tree and the clovers here, here we see that if we expect, we have certain expectations for growth, for moving ahead, for slow growth, for progressing, for going in another direction in our life here. With the middle card here, we are on our own path, and probably our life path is not as other people. It's probably different from the people that you go around. This points sometimes to an authentic path of life. Maybe we have specific ambitions in our life that other people don't have. We could be very particular here about this. This could be for the Sagittarius. Sometimes this is related to spirituality or to faith. Sagittarius is the searcher of the belt. So here, this could be connected here also. There could be here, maybe you didn't practice your faith or your spirituality for a long time. And here with the crossroads, it's like we are able to find a way back there. If we want to make that choice, possibly here, this is the crossroads, we are on the split and we are confronted with it and we are thinking, are we going back to our faith or are we following our current path? This is what we see here with the bottom card here. Anyway, if you had some health issues before, I don't see them, or if you felt a little bit under the weather here, we see here that we have a strong health. If we had some health issues, we are recovering, we are fastly recovering here. Here also, if we take this step for moving, we will feel very happy about this here. It will not only improve us physically, but also mentally, and the both are connected. As we know, the mind is connected to the body here, we are seeing here. It's possible also that you meet, as you travel, you meet literally some new bodies that could change your path of life. There could be some people that you meet that really have a long an influence on the way of the path that you are going here. Anyway, it could mean also that we are reconnected in our path of life with somebody we met before in our life, or if you're into that, with a person that we met in previous lifetimes. So this person is connected to our path of life. For people who are in that kind of stuff here, we see that we are reconnected with a person here out of our previous life, like a reincarnation here is happening, or a re-meeting here is destined to be here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Anyway, we are at ease as we travel here. This is what we are seeing, or as we moving here. Also here we see that there are opportunities coming. If this meeting with this person comes, this gives us opportunities. This re-meeting, it gives us more life growth here, because the tree is slowly growing. Its roots are slowly going here, and you have the lucky card of the deck here. It means that the tree is planted in good soil, and here you have the crossroads, so it means you have the green light for going in all directions of life and moving your roots in all the directions that you want. Even if you think that there are some risks involved, you could take some risks here. This is what we are taking here. There could be that we are exploiting our body a little bit here. Maybe we look for the edges of our body here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this points to a lot of luck here that is coming to us. Then we go in the horizontal lines. We have the key and the anchor. The key and the anchor, it points to that we are about to rely more on ourselves. Here we see also that we have the key for success. We have the key to unlocking our chains here. Here we could lay strong, heavy, because the mountain is heavy foundations here for the future. Here we are secure because the key secures the anchor secures us. Here we are able to establish very solid foundations here with this combination here. Also, if people,
have confidence in us for certain matters in the life, we will keep this for us. We are not the type of that would share this. If something is told us in confidence, we will keep this to us. Also, this is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there are chances here for putting down roots in abroad. This is what we are seeing here for achieving your goals to abroad. If this is not in abroad, it's also possible that it's on the internet. The mountain sometimes also points to the internet, but I'm thinking here we have a lot of moving cards here. We have the rider here, we have the crossroads here, and we have the key that opens all those things. So I'm thinking here it's more likely that it has to do with abroad, but it could be on the internet also. Anyway, we will be able to achieve our goals here. We open up to a more stable option. It's possible also that this has to do with a residence, a home in abroad, because this card, these two cards, this is literally the key to your home here. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, we understand each other. There's our life probably is very centered around understanding others. This is what we are seeing here. There's a certain acceptance here. Also, if we have been blocked before, the key gives us liberation. It suddenly frees us and lets us go in the mountain, in the freedom, in the silence, in abroad, on the internet, whatever your wish here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the anchor and the mountain. This is literally that we anchor ourselves in abroad. We get a foothold there. We drop our anchor in abroad. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also we have the love card there, that the lover is there in abroad. If not yet appeared in our life with the rider, it soon will be, because the rider is like, the rider sometimes literally rides in our life. So here we see with this combination of love, I'm going a little bit on ahead of things here, we see literally that the rider rides into our house. So it's possible here you live in a place and this person literally comes to your house. This is what we are seeing here related to the love. Anyway, coming back here to these two cards here, it means that probably you are about to enter, or you have the possibility to enter a career in abroad, a business career most likely, and it's something that you very much like here, because the heart is in the center. Anyway, if this is not about moving abroad, the career that you are to establish online then would be very profitable for you. It would be a very good step in the right direction. It will prove out to be a very lucky step here that we are about to take. It's possible also that this is with a relative, that a relative somehow is connected to that. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. If you are in certain difficult situation, if it's not related to any of the viruses, it could be that you are in a locked situation and you need to do your best to get out of there. This is possible, but you have a lot of moving cards here. Even with the mountain, sometimes we need to do efforts. So you need to be strong and get out of there if you want to move. This is what we see here. Anyway, what we see here also, so you need to, if you feel trapped in this situation, you have the key, you need to get out there. Anyway, here we see sometimes also, if it's possible that we gain weight through the last months, and here also we can lose weight also with this combination if we are persistent. But we need to be persistent about it. It will not be easy to lose the weight. Then we have the second horizontal line. We have the house, the heart, and the rider. Here it means that we have a lot of love for the home country, the place where we brought up, our parents, the people where we come from. There's a very close connection and the heart is on there. Maybe this is part of the obstacle that we are slowly taking this step. This could also point, this combination, that the place where you where you live, you very much like this place. But here with the rider, it tells us that it's time to go on the move. And here, if you go in another place or in abroad, if you decide to take this step, your house will grow. So here we see that the step is not negative. So if we take the step, even though we like where we are and we intend to stay, if we move, it will be a step forward. So you will like also the place where you're going. Sometimes this is literally means that we take our house with us. And as we know, Sagittarius sometimes can be a traveler. He can always be on the road. Sometimes it's a little bit, Sagittarius can be a little bit nomadic. Here we literally could take, like, it's like our house is mobile for a while. So even if we are mobile for a while, we will settle down roots again, and we will eventually find where we belong, and we will actually, we will improve our home. It will actually be a positive step here that we are seeing here. There will be contentment here. It's possible also that some people, some family members come with you, or they help you. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, if there would be a separation of the family, they will suddenly barge into your house, even if you are in abroad. So they suddenly pop up there. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Sometimes also this, because the house is structured, it's possible that you have a certain plan for letting a person into your life, meaning to love. Some people have plans in their life. And also it's possible in your life, you have planned this in, and you said, okay, I'm not letting love into my life before this time. And this is what we see here also. This is possible also with this combination. It's possible also in the beginning, if you meet somebody, you keep this private. You don't share this with everybody here, because the home has rules, regulations. It happens at a certain time, but it also means that we can keep it private. The house is private, it's our privacy. And also this points then that even if the lovers suddenly is in our life, we will keep it probably private till we think this is the right time, and we are absolutely sure that this is the person for us. This is what we are seeing with each other. It's possible also with this combination that our partner or the lover to be is very busy in their life. And sometimes maybe it's difficult to come together. Maybe this person is a business man or woman, a trader, and always on the move also, maybe a little bit like yourself, but maybe in a different area, but always busy here with this combination. Anyway, here we are very preservative also for our love. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the heart and the rider. Here, this points that happy news is coming to us. This person could really be the knight in shining armor if you're a woman, or if you are a man, this woman literally, she pops up into your life like a fairy. Here, this is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there's new relationship news here that we are saying, probably in abroad here, that we are seeing here. This person, probably you hold to certain structures, and you will not easy give in, man or woman, it doesn't matter, because the house has certain rules and regulations, and the house is the boss. So here we see that the one, his house is written in, he can act a little, he or she can add a little bit rigid. And here we see then that the heart is softened up. Here, slowly the heart is softened up. There are romantic advances, you feel them, and maybe at first you say, I'm gonna hold here, but here we see, it could be also, we are in different times now, that the woman literally asks you out, or you are old-fashioned and you ask the girl out on a date. This is what we are seeing here, but everything is like a little bit like the old-fashioned way here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there's a lot of compassion towards, friendship towards each other. This is what we are seeing here, and this person could really push their way into your heart. Maybe one of both of you is a little bit a rascal, and one of both probably has a soft spot for rascals. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Also, it will bring a lot of changes into your life, in your home and in your life. Then we Go in the third horizontal line. Here we see the tree, the crossroads, and the clovers. The tree and the crossroads, it points that we are about to go in the right direction in our life. We will choose a path, and this will point out to be the right path for us. We probably have doubted a little bit, but once we are on it, we will see this is the right choice for us. The lover will affect this, and the choice will affect also your new direction. It will change your whole life here. Here we see also that this choice, it gives us a kind of freedom, and we have been waiting on this freedom. This is what we are seeing here. And also we decide then, if we are there in abroad, we are deciding there to put down roots. Maybe because of the lover, we get intertwined, and maybe the person is local and we feel comfortable there. We like also the place where we are going because it advances us in a way. And here we see that we settle down here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there's also, we feel physically very, very free. And also there's a lot of what we see here, pragmatic choices here that we are making. Maybe the choices are also partly pragmatic. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the crossroads and the clovers here. The crossroads and the clovers, it's freedom. Here we get freedom. If we want freedom, the clovers give us freedom. This is the lucky card of the deck. So if we had some burdens before, we are relieved of all these burdens. And this is literally the road to our freedom. We feel free. We let time to get on. The rider literally can make us breathe. We breathe in fresh mountain air. This is what we are seeing here. It's not, if you move to a country, it's not necessarily an exotic country, but if it's an exotic country, maybe it's in a cooler area, or some places in abroad that are exotic have also mountain area. So here we see maybe that we breathe in the fresh mountain air. This is what we are seeing. We are free here. We are happy to go lucky, and we are changing. We are changing, and we have the ability here to change very drastically, and heavy changes here because the mountain is heavy. Anyway, you will experience here with this combination total freedom. If there are restrictions before in your life, all these boundaries, all these restrictions you experienced before, it's like everything crumbles away. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This freedom, the other side, it could make you hesitant. It could make you hesitant because there is so much here, and there's a lot of opportunities here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Here, this is actually a very good combination. Then we go in the verticals. We have the key, the house, and the tree. Here we see that if we are about to manage changes in our house, this happens all in a very structural way. So here you have the key in professional change. Sometimes the house, it represents business. And here then we see abroad, business in abroad. So here you have the key to do business in abroad. You literally, you could also have a home-based business or something you do at home. Anyway, the key opens several locks. Here you have the possibility. It's also possible that you acquire a home in abroad, because this is literally a home in abroad. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe it don't come fast because the tree is a slow card, but slowly you're growing in to the idea that you want to have something there that you call a home. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. There's a relocation here also, probably also there is a caring for the neighbors here. This is what we are seeing here. Possibly also this is like a forestry environment, maybe a little bit quiet here because we have the mountain here. Maybe you appreciate a quiet environment. This is what we are seeing here. I see here also with this combination, we literally see the picture here of the tree, and the house sometimes points to animals. Maybe there are some cats around the house here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Anyway, this project or this business, it has a very solid foundation because the house is solid and the tree grows in the depth. So here we see solid foundations for business, for a home. We open opportunities here. We get the keys for new opportunities. Also, you will set new rules. The rules that you have before, maybe you will cross over, and new rules will be applied in your own home because you become the master here of your own home. Also, it's possible if you move away that you discover something that you didn't know about your family roots. This is what we are seeing here. But here also we see a strong longing for keeping certain private rules, for keeping ourselves privates here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, if this is on the relationship or of the front of buying a house, this will be planned out. It will not be something that goes like this. You will plan to say yes to take up residence. It's like this is all very planned here, the love and the house. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also with this combination that you need to release certain family members, especially if you move in abroad. It doesn't mean there is no contact because we have the rider here, but we have contact in abroad then. But here we see that we probably need to release certain family members here, maybe because of the distance, maybe the relationship changes in a way. It's like that if we go in abroad. Also, it will give us this breaking free from this family traditions. It will give us also, again, the freedom. Then here we see here that our life work is evolving in a positive way. There are solid foundations. We already saw this here. Even though we are in abroad, it still points that we can rely on the people abroad, our family members. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. The environment could be quite stable here. In a quiet environment also, you will feel safe there, even if you are in abroad. Maybe it will remind you in a way, even though it's in abroad, the environment will remind you where you come from in a way. This is what we see here also. It's possible also that your partner or your partner to be has some similarities with your mother or your father, and you will find this out. Here, this is what we are seeing here. Also, we will find not only stability in the physical world, we will also find stability inside ourselves. So it's a little bit of both here. It's like we are arriving literally home in ourselves and in the physical world. With this combination. Anyway, there's a forging of plans here for on the long run. We see this here again. Sometimes also, this is another angle. It could mean that we do business with real estate, with land in certain places. Maybe our family members are into real estate, or they come into real estate and you relocate, and maybe you come in real estate again in some way. Or maybe the partner is involved in real estate. Maybe that's why the person is always on the move here, and you get intertwined in real estate here again. Maybe it was not the intention, but it's like it's coming back. Or the business that you are about to do, or the thing related to your job that you are about to do, is somehow connected to the family tree. It has similarities here. This is what we are seeing here. But we stay devoted to our home country, of course. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points also to that we keep a good health regimen for our body. We keep our body healthy. This is what we are seeing. We take care of our body here with this combination. Then we have the anchor, the heart, and the crossroads. Here we see that we are, if we commit to a person, we are very commit to that. We take this commitment very serious, very anchored. We anchor to our love here. This is what we are seeing here. This could be for a very long time that you connect with this person. It's possible here, if we live to the beach, that we fall in love near to the beach or in our house. This is what we are seeing with this combination. What we see here more, this love is meant to be. But probably we move slow to make sure that this is the right person for us, because probably we don't want changes and we want to make sure that this is the stable love for us. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also this points that we turn a hobby into a career. So if you have certain hobbies in the place where you come from, you turn them here into your career. This is possible also, or something that you really like, you turn into your career or your work. Anyway, this points also to that we are infatuated, that we are in love here, or we are about to come in love here. This is what we see here also. Then we have the heart and the crossroads. Sometimes this is a little bit, maybe it's difficult for us to decide about this lover in abroad. Maybe this all happens very suddenly, very fast, because the rider has a way to riding literally into our lives here. Or it's possible that you ended a relationship in abroad and it changed you. It changed you and you see it in a different way. Anyway, with the crossroads, it means that not only one person will come into your life, but the crossroad points to several. So it's possible here we have several options here, multiple choices here, literally in love. We are standing in front of us. There are several partners here that we are considering, or several partners are considering us. This is what we see here with this combination. Maybe we don't know exactly what choice that we need to make, and we think about it for a while. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe we are difficult in making this choice, but eventually something will happen. And if we are on the crossroads, eventually we need to decide if we go left or we go right. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, some choices might be imposed on you that like you want to choose. It's possible before you make the decision. This points also sometimes to multiple sweethearts. This what we have here also. There are a lot of romantic options, choices in passion here. Passionate, maybe the decision is based on passion and you don't want to take the decision only on passion. This is what we are seeing here. It could mean also that our love is a little bit different. Of course, if this is a person with a different culture or a different skin color, this is possible also with this combination here. What we are seeing here, then that would make the lover alternative here in a physical way here. This is what we are possibly seeing here also. Then we have the third vertical line. We have the mountain, the rider, and the clovers. The mountain and the rider here, this is our trip in abroad that is about to happen. Maybe the first trip is a short trip, but then it might be followed to another one. Here, this is what we are seeing here. But this trip will point out to be a lucky trip. Maybe there's a short trip before you actually make the move. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, a lot of opportunities are presenting here themselves. We can literally change the scenery. We see this here again. I just see if I can add something here. We see the delays here again. Sometimes the news from traveling is delayed because the mountain delays things. So it's like this news, it wants to reach you, but the messenger cannot cross the mountain. He's somehow blocked, but he's carrying a very positive message if it will reach you. This is what we are seeing here, but the news is not yet with us, but it's about to come here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the rider and the clovers here. We see literally that if we take a trip, this will prove out to be very fruitful. Here, this is what we are seeing here. There's a lot of enthusiasm. As we know, Sagittarius can be very enthusiastic and very motivated for certain things. This is what we see here also. Even if he or she faces challenges, they move on. This is what we are seeing. But here we see a lucky adventurer. Even there is a lot of optimism here with this combination. This is what we see here. Then we have the key, the heart, and the clovers. If we choose to go in certain relationships, it will turn out to be positive. We can unlock our heart if we choose to do so. And if we finally make the choice, we will understand that this is our destined lover. But it might take a while before we take the chance. We saw this earlier. We will also open emotionally. Maybe here we have a soft spot for this person. We see this here. Also, again, this person could be a little bit a rascal. That's why we open our heart here. Also, we see here that we care for this person a lot. Then we have the heart and the clovers. The heart and the clovers here, this points that our love wish is materializing. If we wanted to materialize, it's in our hand, the key is in our hand. It could point here that we are very sentimental about this relationship. Here we see also normally this relationship is very lucky and it's protected. The relationship is protected. Here also, if we wanted to go into that, if you feel and you have thought about it long enough and you're finally ready to take the step and you feel that your heart says yes, you should take the opportunity. But of course, it's up to you if you want to take the step here, if there is still doubt. Then we have the mountain, the heart, and the tree. Here we see that it's possible, since you have multiple choices here, we saw the multiple choices here, that some people you will reject. Here, this is what we are seeing here. Maybe some people approach you and for personal reasons, you reject them here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. I didn't mention this angle yet, but it's possible. Dennis, yeah, no. This points also that our lover is already in abroad, and this would be logical here. That this is what I'm seeing here again. Yeah, this is the angle I'm seeing. Anyway, it's possible also that we meet a friend that is already in abroad, that we meet this person again. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. I don't see too much returning cards here, but we already mentioned that this person might have been before in our life, so this is probably what is coming back here. Then we have the heart and the tree. This love gives us a healthy look on life. If we accept this person in our life, or we are ready to accept, or we are ready to engage, this person also will take care. Maybe we are already very healthy, or we want to be healthy, but this person will keep us, our body also healthy. They will take care of us here. This is what we are seeing here. There is good feelings here with this combination. And if you are in that place, you could literally there have relaxing moments with the lover in nature here. This is what we are seeing here. There's also a healthy compassion towards each other. The only thing we need to be careful with this combination, that's probably why you're hesitant, is that you are scared that your love is not on the long run and you're wearing rose-colored glasses. You want to make sure that it's stable and that it's for the rest of your life. Maybe that's why you are a little bit distant. But here, if we have gained weight because we were in abroad, we maybe because of the travel, we gained weight before, or we gained some weight because we cannot move, this person will help us also to lose weight if we want to. This is what we are seeing also with this combination. We should take care of our health. If we are overweight here, this is what we are seeing here, because it could block our maneuverability here. So we cannot see that we become too heavy, because maybe if we become overweight, it will block our maneuverability. This is what we see here. Of course, it will not apply on everybody. So Sagittarius, for the air group or the aerosol group, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. It's a very positive card reading that we have. There's a lot of opportunities. Anyway, I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this 9 card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. If this card reading don't fit you at all, check out the other 3 card readings that are immediately connected to it. You can also check out the philosophical financial card readings that we do each month, especially for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you for your time, and bye-bye for now. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to the Stone or the Earth group for your card reading for December 2021. As the first card here, we see the tree. The tree is a slow card that we are seeing here. It means that we need to think over certain situations before we take certain steps because we have the card of decision here. So we need to think before we make certain decisions. Maybe these decisions are related to our business or to money, as we see here that we are about to make. What we see more here, we see also that if there are certain challenges in our life, we should not consider them so heavy. We should get over it. We should move on of these problems. We all sometimes need to accept that we get older physically and mentally here. This is what we see here. Anyway, also we see here we need to put things in their perspective, and maybe for seeing things clear, we could ask an advice to a friend, because in this combination, it seems that friends are important here in this reading here. Friends are very important in our life. Friends are beauty, and beauty here are very important in our life here, or keeping things in balance, in harmony. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, it points also that we slowly need to progress. We need to stick with what we have, and we need to slowly grow. We cannot rest for now. We still need to move on in the path that we are going. Then in the second card here, we see the flowers. The flowers is a card of return, renewal, forgiveness. So it's possible here that if we had certain issue with certain friends, that we need to forgive them, that we move on from a certain situation. Maybe we are overthinking this here. Maybe we should not be lifting too heavy on this whole situation. Maybe we should move on to this and accept certain lessons that we both get out of certain confrontations or discussions that we had. Anyway, this points also that we need to express our creativity, possibly also our friends. Our friends are very closely connected to certain creativities that we have, or we have a certain groups of friends that we are functioning in that are important for our beauty, for our creativity. This is what we are seeing here, because the dog follows. The dog is also groups. It's ruled by Uranus. This is actually a good combination here, what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes also it points to a certain freedom that we have in our personality, and but the first card tells us here we need to be wisely in our decisions. And as we know, Sagittarius is the wise man of the belt. Here we see here we're going to first mirror the cards here, the tree and the fish. The tree and the fish here, that here we see if this is money or business. This is a money or business card, or also sometimes it's physical attraction. So it means that physically some people are probably attracted to us, but on business front, it points that our business is slowly growing. Also, business is slowly growing, and maybe there's a change of business here. So because we have the crossroads in the middle there, we need to make certain choices here, but possibly these choices end up in a positive way, because here this points to an increase in salary, an increase in business, an increase in customers. Maybe we get more customers. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It can also point that we are taking care of our health. We move in a different path for our health. We take care more of ourselves and the way we look, because this seems to be central here. The way we look seems to be important in this reading. Our health seems to be important in this reading, or it's important in the whole matter of this reading. Anyway, there's an increase in stability here. It's possible also that this is in a way related to our family, or this is a family business here. If we want, we can have a very material point of view on certain areas in our life. This is what we see here. Also, we want that this business is thriving. We want that this business is moving on. Also, we are very practical with this combination on money. If we travel also, we know exactly what amounts to spend, because we have the crossroads here, and the Sagittarius is the traveler. Sometimes this points that we know how much money we will need for traveling here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the stars, the other corner cards, the stars and the dog here. This points, as I said earlier, we have a person close to us who loves us dearly. It's not necessarily a lover, but it could be like a lover-friendship relationship that we are having here. It could be like a mentor, because it could be that we are the mentor or we are mentored by this person, because the lily is sometimes the mentor, the teacher. He has a lot of experience, he or she has a lot of experience in life, and this could mean the connection between this friendship. Anyway, this friend is very supportive, also this lot of experience, brightness. Probably also this person knows how we need to dress us up. Maybe this is connected to our profession or to what we do with this combination. Anyway, this person points to be genuine to us. In a way also, we know that Sagittarius sometimes is close to religion and spirituality in a way, and this could point to a friend that has connections with spirituality or religion. Anyway, we have trust in this friendship. Also, this friend has trust in faith, in his religion, in his spirituality. There's a deep friendship here between the two. You really could feel connected as friend, as soulmates here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this friend will support us. It could point also that one is like a kind of disciple of the other, and he follows the other because the dog follows. And maybe you follow your friends in certain areas of spiritualism or religion here. This is what we are seeing here with this connection. It's possible also, for instance, if you would be more strongly religious, here we could see that we pray and we ask the stars, for instance, for giving us permission for certain things in our life. Anyway, it points also towards that we have a helping attitude towards others. And then we're going to go in the horizontal lines. We're going to start with the tree and the crossroads here. Then we see here with the tree and the crossroads, there is positive growth in our life, especially in the financial or in the business side here. We are on the right track for success. We have a lot of life energy here because this is the tree of life. So we have a lot of energy here. We could put our energy in several things or several aspects of our life. And since we have a lot, because the tree is many, it's multiplying, we have a lot of energy here in our life. It's possibly that we are waiting on certain decisions already for quite a long time. and we need to deliberate this decision very wisely. These are two slower cards, so we need to make this decision wisely. If we are about to have a change, a career change, we need to do this wisely and deliberate here. Venus sometimes also, she don't like to be rushed. So she wants to sometimes stay things as they are, and these in that way it could be a little bit conservative here. So we should see that this decision is wisely and that we move ahead in a positive way financially, and that our business or whatever path that we have chosen is going forward. This is what we are seeing here. So we cannot rush the situation here. Even if you're waiting here, it will come at the right time here with this combination. Also, we see here that we have several options to go in with our faith, with our business, with our money, whatever it is, with our spiritual path here. This is what we are seeing here. It's like here we rest for a while before we take the actual next step here. It's possible that we are about to take decisions that bring more stability in our life. This is what we are seeing here. Also, we will be probably longing for some physical freedom, mental freedom. Sagittarius likes to be free. He's the searcher of the belt, and Sagittarius is sometimes not a sign that easily settles down. So sometimes he searches for a long time before he actually settles down. It's like he wants to discover what is there outside, what is there in life, what is my fate, what is my path. This is what we are seeing here related to Sagittarius. Here, then we have the crossroads and the fish here. Here we see if we have thought wisely about this, we probably will need to, or we will take a decision related to our job, money, career. This is what we are seeing here. This probably will bring, if we take this slowly and carefully, this will bring a change in our lifestyle. And I mean a step upwards here. This is what we are seeing here. There will be some financial decisions that you are about to take, and it could have a deep impact on you on the long run. That's why probably you have the first card here. We cannot rush it. It will affect us on the long run here. This is what we are seeing here with this relationship. It can also point, this relationship, to a relationship that is already for a long time there. I don't necessarily say there's a couple here, but it could be, but there is like a relationship going on for a long time that has several angles, and these people are intertwined with roots here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, if you have a certain partner or a certain friend, or a friend with benefits, or a friend that is close to you, here we see that both are benefiting from this relationship. This is what we are seeing. There's a kind of dynamic going on here that is always returning. Here we see the return of Venus, and here this is growing and returning, and it's like both persons here are on a prosperous path ahead, or one of the both can help the other forget in a more prosperous situation. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there will be decisions on the financial, on the physical front, or on the religious front, that what we are seeing here. Anyway, it will point to an expansion or whatever on whatever field, but most likely it will be an expansion of the wealth. This could also point to a person who has several businesses, more than one business here. Maybe he's involved in more than one thing in his life, and or business and religion are related. There are multiple points here that we are seeing here, multiple business options here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, this person, he values difference of opinion, maybe also difference of cultures, difference of origin. He tries to see more than one point of view. Sagittarius can see a lot of points of view here. This is what we are seeing here. If this is not so, this points to a job with many facets. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. We will, if we work with several people, with several friends, we will need to be obligated to put ourselves in that position of that other person to create a path forward, and maybe the path is different than other people have. Then we have the clovers and the bouquet here. The clovers and the bouquet here is things in our life are going very well. This is the lucky card of the deck, and Venus likes to be comfortable. So this means that here on the comfort front, everything is going very well, very easy. Venus likes to be easy, and there's a sudden ease here, and the ease is even protected. So here, this is what we see here. This is a very positive combination. This situation that we are in financially or physically, it brings us a lot of joy. If we have certain worries before, these worries, we can put them behind us. We're on the move. We move into a new situation. We are surrounded probably by the right friends who help us here, and we moving ahead here in a stable long run situation. Venus likes to be comfortable. She likes to be things on the long run, especially with the tree here, it's Saturnal. So these are things that are on the long run. We want to establish something comfortable here on the long run that sticks, that glues to us. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. If there would be a problem, you would easily overcome these problems, especially with the clovers here, who is the protective card, the lucky card of the deck. There will be a lot of opportunities here coming from social circles, from friends. These friends will try to help you. Also, it could be that suddenly you are confronted with a very positive surprise, something you didn't expect, but this is a positive surprise that we are getting here with this combination. Maybe this is a surprise that makes us more comfortable, or this is a surprise financially that we are getting here. But anyway, it's a positive decision here, a positive, lovely surprise here that we are getting here. There's even possible that there is a celebration here going on, that we celebrate something here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also with this combination. We already saw here that we are uprooting ourselves here from social class, or that is possible, or become in a better social financial situation here. And here we see also with this combination that there are opportunities in this circle. And because of this here, we change also physically. We want to be good looking. Venus, she likes to be good looking. So here we see that the person wants to be good looking on the long run. She wants to take care of herself. She wants others to see her as pretty beauty, not necessarily in a seductive way, just for the sake of beauty, because Venus is there for herself. In that way, she acts out of the sense of beauty, art, beauty in itself. It has nothing to do with seduction in this way. It's about art, things that are beautiful. It could also mean that you have a new view on art, that you suddenly appreciate certain art forms more. You invest in art. This is possible also with this combination, with this. If we, however, invest in art or something that is a new field, maybe it's best, because sometimes this points to an advisor here. Maybe it's best, if you are unfamiliar, that you get advice from a close friend, a person who is close to you. Maybe this is the friend. If you change the direction, maybe you invest in art, in creativity, in something that is beautiful, or it could even be candy, chocolate, because Venus has a lot of things that make life easier, make life more beautiful. If you are about to do that, maybe it's best we ask here some advisor, because the dog is an advisor, a wise advisor that we are seeing here with a lot of experience. Then we see here that that might be a good thing to do. Anyway, here there's a lot of opportunities here. It's possible also that if we live a place and we like to stay where we are, we upgrade our house, we do a total makeover of our house. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also we ourselves that we are into interior design. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, opportunities that you are having here are positive, and you will welcome them. Then we have the bouquet and the sit here. We will we will get probably several invitations here. There's a happy event here coming to you. There's Venus brings a lot of joy, optimism, and here with the clovers, it brings a lot of luck. There's nothing negative here about this thing here. If there would be some negativity, everything would be forgiven and forgotten, because Venus, she can forgive a lot of things here. Anyway, there's will be unexpected invitations here that we are seeing here. If we would be a little bit under the weather, but I don't see anything directly here, this would could also point to very easy healing here that we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, also, if something goes wrong in your life, whatever it is, it turns out to be positive. So even if something would go wrong, it takes a turn and it turns in your advantage. This is what we see here also with this combination. Then we have the third line, the stars and the lily. And with the dog then, the stars and the lilies, again here, this is a very positive reading. We see wish fulfillment here, long-term goals. This is the path of career. We are stable on our path of career. Also probably friends in our path are intertwined in our career, and they want us to advance. They have also hopes and aspirations, and we have hope and aspirations for our friends. So we connect together with our friends. As I said here, this friend could be more than a friend, but maybe we don't take the next step. We mentioned this earlier here. This friend could be intertwined here with us. This is what we see here. Anyway, these are long terms. There's a certain desire here for sensuality, sexuality, but I don't see the real commitment here. Sometimes Venus, she don't commit for she's absolutely sure. When she commits, she sticks to it, but sometimes there's a freedom here. Sometimes the dog likes to be free and the stars are free also. So here we see some form of sexual freedom here. It's not that we are not emotionally or physically connected, we are, but there's also a sense of freedom here that we are seeing here. Maybe this is a later part in our life that will become reality in our life. Maybe it's not yet the right time. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe this person, for a reason, they need to stay a friend. It's like they are unreachable. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe there's something there going on, and that this friend, it's not that we don't have sexual interaction with them, because probably we have, but it's like we cannot make the connection totally. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points also to spiritual experiences that we are having, or religious experiences that we are having here. Maybe we have these experiences in group with a certain group here. Anyway, there's very good hopes and wishes here that we are seeing here. And also at this point that we are able to relativize everything and put everything as it is. We can stay realistic also with this, even if we have a lot of abundance in our life, we can stay realistic if we want. We can keep our feet on the ground. We try to be a better person, and we try to find our purpose in life. This is what we are seeing here. We try to do virtuous things in our life also for helping others. This is what we are seeing here. But as I said, on the spiritual or on the sexual front, there could be some serious highlights here that we are seeing here. It could be on the sexual front that we are really a good match here with this friend or this person. Then we have the lily and the dog. This points to, again, to a long-term friendship here. This could be a relationship also with a colleague. This is a long-term working relationship with a colleague. It's not necessarily the same person, but here we see a long-term relationship with a colleague, with a friend, a person we can trust. This person also has a lot of experience. This could be the person that is our advisor, because the dog, as we saw, is an advisor, and probably we stick to this person. This is a trusted advisor. This sticking, it's gluing to us here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that this person could have certain health issues, and you need to help them out with their health here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there will be a lot of cooperation with you and this friend. He will help you for your job, for job opportunities. He help you in relationship to your work. If this person is younger, sometimes the dog points to somebody younger, it's possible that you help this person. But anyway, you respect his points of view, and he probably has a certain maturity. This is what we see here, and it could be a help for you also. Anyway, we need to add also, this could point to a sexual relationship with a colleague. It comes back here, but it's also on the business front and on the work front here.